Hello, and welcome to stage 37. This is stage titled Concilium. It is about the Emperor's Council, so we have a very appropriate picture here of the Areopagus and some senators processing in a celebration of Augustus and his imperial rule. Um, we're going to start with the model sentences, and the model sentences are going to focus on a concept that we already know, the indirect statement, but we're going to add in a couple different tenses to it. So we got the basic idea of the indirect statement. So an indirect statement in English would be, I see that he is walking down the street. I know that he is walking down the street. I think that he's walking down the walking down the street. So we got our head verb, see, think, know, and then we have the rest of the sentence here. And in Latin, remember that next verb, that second verb. So in my examples, I see that he is walking down the street. Walking would be in the infinitive. It's a big difference there between Latin and English. So we're going to practice this with some different tenses here, and the stories concentrate on the Senate, not the Senate, but the amici principes, the friends of the emperor, the friends of the princeps. And again, the technical term is concilium. So this sort of imperial cabinet, think of the president's cabinet in our country. It's that kind of idea. Well, they get a letter from Agricola, and that's of course what this is depicting, is him dictating this letter. And they are debating, okay, what do we do about this? Agricola is popular, he's effective, and he's powerful. So is he a threat to Domitian? Is he a threat to imperial rule? And, they got to debate that. So that takes us through all of the stories here in this stage, and I have to admit this stage is definitely one of my favorites. And then you get the about the languages for the indirect statements. We have a culture essay here about the Emperor's Council and about the amici principes, about the career of a senator in the time of Domitian. So Domitian rules from 81 AD to 96 AD. And then finally, at the end, we get our checklist, of course, and we have just a slew of adjectives and adverbs, Paolo. We have different verbs here, dubito, dubitare, pretty regular first conjugation verb. But then we get like a deponent verb here, obliviscor, oblivisci, which is a third conjugation deponent verb. We have some nouns here, which I think we can imagine are pretty appropriate. Divus, divi, God, proelium, proelii, battle, and tempestos, storm. So a lot of really great things to learn about in this stage, but we are going to go back up to the model sentences, okay? And we're going to take a closer look at these, everybody. So here we go. We've got Agricola, Caledoniis Victis, Epistolum, okay, that's this thing, Epistolum, Nuntio, all right, now there's our Nuntius right here. So Agricola, Epistolum Nuntio Dictat. In hoc epistola, Agricola, Victoriam Romanorum, Imperatori Nuntiat. Now, of course, he's not actually looking at this, right? But we need to visualize that Victoriam Romanorum that he is nuntiating to the imperator, to Domitian, to the emperor. And this is what he says. This is the direct statement. Exercitus Romanus Caledonius superavit. Okay? And the Caledonii are the Scots. So you can translate this as the Caledonian, the Caledonians, the Scots, whatever you want to do there. So Exercitus Romanus Caledonius superavit. Now, let's look at the indirect statement. Agricola dicit. Agricola, there's your Agricola, dicit exercitum Romanum Caledonius superavisse. So si superavit, superavisse. All right, let's take a look at the second part of this letter here. It says multi hostes perierunt. Oh, so one, boy, there's kind of a mess here, isn't there? 2, 3, 4, 5, multi hostes perierunt, pauci effugerunt. So again, that's the direct statement. Now the indirect statement, agricola dicit, multos hostes, per say, palkos, there's your palkos, efugisse. So again, notice the comparison between efugeriunt and efugisse. All right, last one, aliae gentes. Aliae gentes. All right, so looks like maybe this is one, this is another one. Aliae gentes miserunt nuntios. Nuntios iam miserunt, qui pacem petant. And here Agricola dicit alias gentes nuntios misisse. So again, let's compare, right? Here's miserunt, there's misisse, qui pacem petant. And notice that actually looks exactly the same, doesn't it? Qui pacem petant. It's just it's a relative clause of purpose there. Okay, so let's kind of ingest that a little bit, and then we'll carry that through the rest of our lesson. And a little bit later on, we'll get to that about the language, about the indirect statements. All right, everybody, have a great day. Good luck.